Hello everyone, and welcome to my first non-world map video since I started the tutorials, with the exception of the Q&A. In today's video, I'll be ranking the world flags based solely on how cool and satisfying they are, and not how good the vibes are, and not based on the meaning behind it or anything. By the way, I was originally going to do just countries, but I didn't know a good way to split the line for countries to not anger one, so I decided to do all the countries and territories listed by this website, and also added the nations of the UK as well. It won't be a perfect list, obviously, and since this is an opinion-based video, I'm expecting a lot of comments disagreeing with me. I'll try to respond to a lot of them with whether I think those opinions are acceptable or not. Also, this video is taking me long enough to make that a flag has actually changed what I'm making. Anyway, this video will be crazy long, so let's just get into it. Number 236. Bermuda's flag is horrible. First of all, the flag in the corner already makes it a bottom tier flag. It's so intrusive in the way, it looks ugly and unnecessary. The US doesn't feel the need to put its flag onto the territories, and they look so much better without it. Next, they are doing something a little unique with the red, as most UK territories use blue as a background color, but the blue does look better though, so points off for that. Finally, what the hell is going on with this emblem? The first time I saw it, I genuinely thought it was a lion reading a newspaper on the toilet or something. It's just so bad. Next one. Number 235. Reunion makes my eyes hurt. The color choices are bad, and by that I mean the saturation and shade and stuff. In my opinion, the yellow lines are too thin to look good. And look at these designs made by people on Reddit in probably 5 minutes that look so much better. And one of them literally just changes the shades, and it's already such an improvement. They're also in the spirit of the original too, so that's covered. Number 234. Turks and Caicos continues the trend of British territories looking awful because of that dang flag in the corner. Other than that, the blue looks a lot better than the red, but the emblem is a whole pile of nothing. Number 233. The Falkland Islands continue the trend. I don't have a lot to say about ones with the Union Jack, so I'll just say the emblem is a little messy, but it's a bit better than the Turks and Caicos one. Number 232. Wallis and Futuna, which until making this video I thought was called Wallis and Futana, is where the colonizer flags start to get okay for colonizer flags, of course. The emblem, while simple, is kind of satisfying, so it gets points for that. The red is also a little bit better than Bermuda. Number 231. Montserrat is basically just the same old again. The emblem doesn't look too bad. Number 230. The British Virgin Islands has an okay emblem, I guess. Number 229. The Cayman Islands emblem, while messy, is kind of nice, so that's why it's this up high. Number 228. Anguilla is, in my opinion, the best of the plain blue UK territory random emblem flags, as I really like this emblem. But sadly, here's an example of a former flag, and there's so much wasted potential. Number 227. Afghanistan's flag is just plain black text on a plain white background, and it just broke our streak of colonizer countries. It's also sadly the first actually UN country in this video. However, I didn't rank it dead last because Arabic is a cool looking language. Number 226. Niue I gave points to because it's yellow, and that's unique, and it also adds a little flourish to the Union Jack. But unfortunately, it has no emblem, so the right square of the screen is just empty. Number 225. Actually, I lied. Pitcairn Islands has my favorite emblem on the blue background because there's no background, and because it looks good too. Number 224. Martinique has terrible color choices that work horribly together, and also has an overly simple design. Just awful. Next. Number 223. Fiji is a lighter blue, which is interesting, and the emblem looks honestly okay. Number 222. The flag of Brunei I just really don't like. The yellow doesn't mix well with the black and white, and the red emblem just seems slapped on top. Don't like. Number 221. The Mayotte flag is where they start to look honestly fine instead of horrible. I do like a lot of these flags. Although, while the symbol looks kind of cool, I guess, the white background takes a lot of points off. Also, no flag in the corner, so good on them for that one. Number 220. I'm sorry, Australians, but your flag is a colonizer flag, so it's a bottom tier one. I did put it up high though because I think the Southern Cross is a nice design and also not an emblem. So, number 219. New Zealand I put right above Australia because I think the stars having the red with white border adds a lot. Number 218. I think the Tuvalu flag is kind of cool because the 9 stars representing the 9 atolls, which is a unique idea, and it turned out pretty well. Number 217. The Indonesia flag is just a shade of red that is too bright over white. It is incredibly basic with nothing going on. Number 216. Just above that, we have Monaco, which is basically the same flag, but I like the shade of red and the aspect ratio better. Number 215. The French Southern and Antarctic Territories has a pretty cool flag in comparison to the fact that it's a colonizer flag, but I really like the design over here. Number 214. The Cook Islands is the highest colonizer flag because the circle of stars looks really cool and satisfying in my opinion. Nowhere to go but up. Number 213. Poland is next, but it's underrated how much the red being on the bottom adds to the space of the flag, so that's why it's a bit above Monaco and Indonesia. Number 212. Belize is way too cluttered in my opinion. The red strips at the top and bottom are way too tiny, and the emblem in the middle is full of too much stuff. Number 211. The Faroe Islands is here because I don't think the colors work well together like this, and it's the Nordic Cross, which is kind of an overused design. Number 210. I originally thought Zambia was going to be much lower, but I've come around to it a bit, but I still don't like it. 80% of the flag is empty, and it also has a small flag in the bottom right corner. The bird is cool, though. Number 209. Gibraltar is alright, I guess, but there isn't much that is pleasing to the eyes. It's a bit of an eyesore. Number 208. Ukraine is, again, just 2 colors, but the yellow and blue is an interesting combo that I think work well together. Number 207. Samoa has an interesting thing going on in the top right, but the rest is empty with just red. Number 206. Austria is just kind of boring. There's nothing going on. It's just a regular old horizontal tricolor with only red and white. Boo! Number 205. Equatorial Guinea has this strangely flat blue triangle at the side, and the emblem is a little weird. But other than that, it's fine. Number 204. Peru is just a bit basic, but it's vertical, which I like slightly better than Austria's horizontal one. Number 203. Belarus has the weird thing on the side, which I don't really like, and there is quite a harsh cutoff between that and the red and green, but it's not that bad. Number 202. Tonga's flag is similar to Samoa's, but I think the plus looks a little less out of place, so it's a bit higher. Number 201. Nigeria has a similar flag to Peru, but I do think the green is a bit better and more unique. Number 200. Reaching the top 200, we have Dominica, which in my opinion, the yellow and black and white stripes in the background look a little out of place and don't work well together, like in Brunei. The bird is pretty cool, I guess, though, and contains the highest use of purple in any flag, which is interesting. Number 199. French Polynesia has a background similar to Austria, with the white stripe being slightly bigger, however, and while the emblem is cool, I don't really understand what's going on, and the way the waves look make me uncomfortable. Number 198. We have the Maldives. I think the red border is way too thick and makes the flag seem kind of crushed. The colors work well together though, but the moon is a bit of a basic symbol. Number 197. Cocos' flag is here, and I believe this is the flag with the most wasted potential out of any flag. The green and yellow work well together, but the moon is being crushed into the stars, and the random tree stamp in the corner looks a bit strange. Maybe if they put the stamp in the middle instead, it could look better. Number 196. American Samoa's flag looks cool in spirit, but for some reason, looking at this, there's just something I can't pinpoint that feels weird to me. Everything looks like it should be good, but there's something going on. I don't know. Number 195. I don't like the fact that Madagascar has white on the side, because that just makes it feel like a poorly cropped version of the flag. Even without that, it's still a bit boring with strange color placement. Number 194. I'm not sure how I feel about Guadeloupe. I think the black is a little out of place, and the bar on the top looks a bit messy, but other than that, it's alright, I guess. There's also a local variant that they should have used because I think the red looks a lot better here. Number 193. Latvia is basically Austria, but a bit more squished and with a more interesting red. The squish adds quite a bit, though. Number 192. Denmark does get interest points for being the oldest flag in the world currently used. But I will say, it is pretty boring, just the Nordic cross with the two most popular flag colors in the world. Number 191. Burundi is, in my opinion, another one with wasted potential. I'm not sure what it is. It's another American Samoa situation. I can't tell what it is that I don't like, even though it looks like it's supposed to be good. Number 190. Somalia is just a bit boring. White star on light blue background. It does look alright for a boring flag, though. Number 189. Finland is another boring one, but the thickness of the blue lines pushes it this far ahead. Number 188. Estonia is like Madagascar, where it has white on one side, which I personally dislike. Also, the black and light blue seems like a bit of a strange choice. Number 187. Djibouti just feels off to me. I don't know why. Number 186. The Netherlands Antilles flag is kind of interesting. Number 185. Oman just looks a little strange, with the massive red bar on the side and the weird emblem in the top left corner. I'm not a big fan of the red on red, but other than that, I guess it's okay. Number 184. Cambodia's tempo is pretty cool, but the bar size just makes me a bit uncomfortable for some reason. Number 183. Taiwan's flag is a bit boring, but it's in my opinion a much better design than the similar looking Samoa flag. Number 182. Bulgaria has a pretty boring flag using the way overused and uninteresting tricolor design, and the green is a little bit of a weird shade. Number 181. The flag of Sudan is, again, a boring one. A lot of these are, with the only change to the tricolor being a green triangle on the side, which is also used a lot. Number 180. Armenia is another tricolor here. While I don't think the colors look that good together, I do really like the shades that were chosen. Number 179. Again, another boring one with Czechia, but it does, in my opinion, look a little satisfying, although I could have chosen colors other than the three most common ones of all time. Number 178. I know Comoros seems a little low with how nothing really seems off with it. All the colors would be fine, and it has enough going on to not be boring. But I do have a couple of gripes with it. First of all, the order of the colors matters, and I think this order is just not it. And secondly, having 4 stars over here makes them feel really squished into the moon, and that just looks a bit off. Number 177. The flag of Guatemala has actually a pretty interesting symbol in the middle, but there really isn't just anything going on. Number 176. The flag of the Congo uses the 3 colors that are in pretty much every single African flag, so they are just really being unoriginal. And while having a kind of unique design, it's really just a diagonal version of a tricolor. Number 175. Hungary is just a rearranged Bulgarian flag, but I think the order looks a bit better and the green matches better with the others. Number 174. I think the red stripe on the UAE flag is a little big compared to the other strips. Maybe it could have been shortened to the same width. The color is also a bit harsh, and the colors in general are overused in that area. Number 173. The Vatican's flag is a square, which is only used on one other flag, and I think could have been used more. But the yellow is eye-hurtingly bright, and yellow and white do not contrast each other. I will say, though, the emblem is pretty nice, with very interesting shading. Number 172. The flag of Singapore is basically just Monaco and Indonesia, but the red is nice and calming, and the emblem adds a lot. Number 171. Here we have Vietnam, which is kind of just a recolored Somalia, but the red and yellow work here together better than the white and light blue. Number 170. Western Sahara is, again, another boring one, overused colors, but the symbol in the middle pushes it ahead of something similar like Sudan. Number 169. The flag of Bhutan is just a bit much, with an extremely complicated dragon and a weird combo of yellow and orange. With that said, it's pretty cool. Number 168. Palestine is just Sudan with rearranged colors, but they work a bit better together. Number 167. The flag of Haiti looks like someone just dragged an image into the middle of their photo and accidentally pressed export without removing the background. It just looked so off. Number 166. Yemen, boring tricolor. Number 165. Sweden is another flag with the Nordic cross, and this one is just miles above Finland, with good line width and color choice. Number 164. Another one of these triangles with a tricolor. Jordan looks pretty good, however, and the star adds a lot. Number 163. A more interesting take on this kind of thing, but Benin is a bit boring again, with the overused colors. Number 162. The flag of Sao Tome and Principe just looks a bit off. The colors look a bit weird, the line width is inconsistent, and the red triangle just looks a bit crushed. With that being said, it's not that bad to the point of me putting it extremely low. Number 161. Russia is again just a boring tricolor, and includes a white line on the edge of the flag, which I really don't like, a similar thing with Madagascar. However, I think that the red and blue shades they used are quite good. Number 160. England is the lowest nation of the UK on this list, just because I think the flag looks a bit boring, but it doesn't offend me or hurt my eyes, so it won't be too long. Number 159. Most of Slovenia's flag looks similar to Russia's, but it does have a little something added to it, which improves it a little. Number 158. The flag of New Caledonia has a pretty strange color choice for the background, but the symbol in the middle I do like quite a bit. Number 157. I think the flag of Nauru would look really cool if there was more going on. The blue and yellow shades work insanely well together, though. Number 156. Croatia is basically just the Netherlands, but with slightly worse colors and a thing in the middle. I do like how the lines of the emblems lighten up, though. Number 155. Sierra Leone is another tricolor, but I put this one higher than some of the others because I think it has a really unique and interesting color palette. Number 154. I think El Salvador has a flag design that's overused in Central America, but the emblem in the middle doesn't look bad. Number 153. Another UK nation, I think Scotland looks a little better because the X is a lot less used than the plus, and because the colors are a lot less overused. Number 152. The Ivory Coast has a very similar flag to Ireland, but I think the green being first makes it a bit easier to follow through with your eyes. Number 151. Northern Ireland pretty much has the England flag, but the emblem in the middle really adds some detail that was missing in it. Number 150. Now with the top 150, we have Chile. It's simple, but nice. Number 149. Nicaragua has a very similar design to El Salvador, but I put this one in favor because I like the emblem a little better. It's a bit less messy. Number 148. This is again just Russia with an emblem, like Slovenia, but I think the emblem fits a bit better with this one. Number 147. The flag of Bangladesh does have a pretty unique design, with only 2 flags using it, but unfortunately, it can't make up for it and is still a bit boring. Number 146. I would have said I don't like the bars on the edges of the Mauritania flag, but honestly, they don't look too bad, and the symbol in the middle is alright. Number 145. Malta is simple and empty, and yet I think the emblem in the corner adds so much to it. Number 144. The flag of Gabon is another tricolor, but again, the colors are pretty interesting. Number 143. The Pakistan flag has a white bar on the side, which I've already stated I dislike, but I do like the shade of green. Number 142. The flag of Tibet, while complicated, just has a vibe to it. Everything just kind of works together. Except for one thing that, in my opinion, completely ruins it. There is a yellow border on the edge of the flag that covers, for some reason, only 3 sides, making it seem so unsatisfying. I know it's probably something related to actually flying a flag, but here on my computer screen, I just feel so disappointed. Number 141. The Luxembourg flag, better known as Crest toothpaste, is a pretty simple but nice tricolor and quite similar to the nearby Netherlands. Number 140. Azerbaijan is next. It's hard to write something interesting and unique for all these tricolors. I think I'm running out of things to say. It's fine, I guess. Number 139. Serbia is upside down Russia, but I think the emblem is big enough and fills enough space to be put above Slovakia and Slovenia. Number 138. The flag of Niger is a tricolor with a circle. Not much to say. Number 137. The flag of the Bahamas has this really satisfying cyan, which mixes well with the yellow, but it's still just a tricolor with a triangle. Number 136. Palau is the second flag with the off-center circle design, the other being Bangladesh, and I think the color choice for this one is a bit more unique. Number 135. Kuwait is another tricolor, but instead of a triangle, it's a trapezoid, which I think is the only time this happens on any flag, so good on it for being unique. Number 134. The carpet design on Turkmenistan is actually not too bad, but most of the flag is empty greenness. Number 133. I'm not sure which of these is actually the flag of Bolivia, but whichever one it is, it would probably be somewhere around here. It is also interesting for having an African color palette in South America. Number 132. The flag of Bahrain also has a simple design that's only used by 2 countries, and it's a really interesting design, so even though it's simple, the design pushes it this far ahead. Number 131. Ireland is very similar to the Ivory Coast, but I think that the green being first works a lot better. Number 130. Qatar's flag is basically just Bahrain's, but with an interesting purple color, which makes sense since they're really close to each other on the map. Number 129. Senegal has a pretty simple flag, but I think it's kind of nice, with the star in the middle too. Number 128. Honduras is the highest of the Central America country flags, with this kind of design. And I put it this high because it just decided to go simple and have stars in the middle instead of some complicated emblem. I will say, though, that I prefer the old flag with the dark blue better. Number 127. The flag of Mali is another simple tricolor, but a welcome one, with nice colors. Number 126. Lesotho is yet again another tricolor with a thingy in the middle, but I like the thingy. And it also has a middle bar that's bigger than the other two, but I don't think it impacts it much in this case. Number 125. The flag of Uruguay is actually pretty good, and I actually think I like this one included on this and Argentina. But it has a white border, so I can't rank it much higher than this. Number 124. I think the flag of the US Virgin Islands looks not too bad, but the background is just white. They couldn't have done something more with it. Number 123. I think French Guiana has a pretty interesting flag with good colors, but I think there could be more going on in the empty corners. Number 122. The Greenland flag is really interesting, with an incredibly unique design, and I love it. But sadly, I have to keep it here because it's just Poland with a circle rotated. Number 121. The Moroccan flag is simple, but nice, and has the unfilled star, which I find quite interesting. Number 120. Micronesia has another simple but good flag. It's also just 4 of the Somalia flag, so it's 4 times as good. Number 119. The Netherlands is again a simple flag, but is very iconic. It might just be the fact that it's one of the most popular flags in the world, but I kind of like it. Number 118. Puerto Rico's flag is very similar to the US flag, I feel, but I don't like it very much. Number 117. Libya has a pretty strange color choice, but for some reason I think it works a bit, and I kind of like it. Number 116. Turkey is basically just the overused moon and star on a flat red background, but it isn't bad, and it's pretty iconic. Number 115. Greece is another iconic flag, but I don't think I like it as much as most people do. It somehow looks messy, even though there's only 2 colors on the flag. I don't hate it, but I can't bring myself to put it too high up. Number 114. Algeria is another simple but good one, and I really find it satisfying how the feet of the star line up perfectly with the white and green border. Number 113. Here we reach the second square flag. The first was Vatican, and this one is Switzerland. It's again another simple but nice one, and it's also pretty well known. Number 112. Iceland is another Nordic cross, and I appreciate how there are two layers of lines instead of one. That's a feature I like in another flag coming up. Number 111. Paraguay is just the Netherlands flag, but with a thing in the middle, and I think that thing really adds to the spacing of the flag, and it's also simple enough to not look messy. Number 110. I like how the North Macedonia flag looks like a sun with the rays coming towards you, but it's very vibrant. Number 109. Like Honduras, I do prefer South Sudan's old flag, but the new one isn't bad. Plus, the white lines in between the bigger lines make the flag look a bit better. Number 108. The flag of Bosnia and Herzegovina would probably be in my top 100 flags, if it wasn't for one thing. This massive blue bar on the right side of the flag. It looks pretty good without it, and I like how the stars get cut off to look like it continues, but the blue bar just ruins it. Number 107. The Guinea flag is very similar to Mali's, but with the red and green swapped, and a green that matches better with the red and yellow. Number 106. The flag of the Northern Mariana Islands is a good and complicated one. There's just enough shading to make it look not too messy. Number 105. This is another simple but good one. The Solomon Islands. The colors fit together well, and it is a design which I'm pretty sure is not replicated by any other flag. Number 104. The DRC is another example of a simple but good one. Plus, I really like the yellow star in the corner. Number 103. I think Panama has some great colors on the flag, and a unique design. Plus, for some reason, the white being on the border doesn't bother me with this one. Oh, I figured out why I don't like it. It's because it only bothers me when the white takes up a full side, such as Madagascar or Uruguay. Okay, let's move on. Number 102. Lebanon again, another pretty simple but good one. Although one small gripe I have with it is that the tree in the middle is touching both sides of the red. It just makes the flag seem a bit squished. Number 101. Costa Rica has good colors and a basic and simple design. Number 100. We start off the top 100 with Uganda, which I really like the background of, and the bird in the middle is simplistic in a satisfying way. Number 99. While writing this script, I just noticed that Myanmar's flag looks a lot like the Lithuanian flag, but I do think the star in the middle adds a lot. Number 98. Ghana is a simple but a good one, and for some reason in this case, it doesn't bother me that the star is touching like it did in Lebanon. Number 97. Spain's flag is a very iconic one, but I think that it's pretty empty seeing as the entire right half of the flag is just a tricolor. But I will say, the emblem is perfect for a flag and works well here. Number 96. Liberia looks like the US flag, which I later learned is because the country was founded by freed American slaves, so that's interesting. But the flag is not as iconic or good as the US one in my opinion, so it's here. Number 95. Thailand's flag is very similar to Costa Rica's, with just the red and blue swapped in a bit darker colors. But I do like this blue and red a lot. Number 94. Norway is the highest Nordic cross flag, and I placed it here because the two layers of lines, but also the colors work well together in these proportions. Number 93. Malawi looks interesting, and I love the tiny little lines going out of the sun. That just looks so nice. Number 92. The UK is probably the most iconic flag of all time, and for good reason. It's actually pretty cool. I don't like it when it's in the corner of other flags, but it's really good on its own, and it deserves a spot this high. Number 91. Guinea-Bissau is simple, but I like it. Number 90. Tajikistan's flag has an emblem in the middle, which I like quite a bit. Number 89. The Suriname flag is another simple one, but a satisfying one, with good colors. Number 88. I like the flag of San Marino. While it has a pretty simple background, the emblem in the middle really makes up for it, and I appreciate how the leaves on the different sides are different. Number 87. The emblem in the middle of the Egypt flag is just so cool and good that it improves the whole flag as a whole. Number 86. Since I started working on this video, the Syria flag actually changed from this to this. That just shows how long I've been working on this project. Anyways, in my opinion, I do prefer the green starred flag by looks, but I will acknowledge that, from what I've heard, this flag represents a positive change for the country, so I will gladly accept it. Number 85. The flag of Eritrea has pretty strange color choices for the background, but like Egypt, the emblem completely improves the entire flag. Number 84. I like the colors on the Uzbekistan flag, and I think the red separates them well. Number 83. The flag of the Philippines is pretty good, and I'm a big fan of the sun here. Number 82. I actually like the flag of Eswatini quite a bit, and it might even be top 50, except for the fact that these weird feather thingies are randomly placed around. It just taints it for me. Number 81. I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers with this one, but I think the flag of the USA is not top tier. I think it's pretty good, but it's just a bit messy, and it looks like the country of red stripes was colonized by the country of white stars. Number 80. The Colombia flag might seem like a weird choice to have this high, but the yellow strip being twice the size just makes it feel a bit more unique. Number 79. China is another one that may seem weird to be this high. You might say it's just 97% red, but I quite like the yellow stars and I think it captures attention. Number 78. The interestingly named Christmas Island is next, and I like it because it has a lot going on while still being organized. Number 77. The Cuba flag is quite similar to Puerto Rico with swapped red and blue, but it works better this way, in my opinion. Number 76. Botswana is another very simple but good one, with quite a unique color palette. Number 75. Only while writing this script did I realize that the Trinidad and Tobago flag has just rotated Botswana with a color change, but I liked it better. Number 74. The flag of France is a very iconic flag, and while it's just a simple tricolor, I enjoy it very much. Number 73. The flag of Venezuela is similar to the Colombian flag, but the yellow strip is shorter, and there are 8 white stars in the middle, and I like the arch shape that they're in. Number 72. The Malaysia flag is quite similar to the US and Liberia flags, but in my opinion, this is the best, because there's just enough in the top right corner, not too little like Liberia, and not too much like the US. Number 71. Togo is also very similar, but only having 5 lines works in its favor. Number 70. The Lithuania flag has really nice shades of all its colors. Number 69. Italy's flag is quite similar to France's, but I think the green looks a bit better. Both are iconic, though. Number 68. Another well-known one now is Germany, and I think they used colors not always used, and I like it quite a bit. Number 67. Mauritius is just a 4-color striped flag, but I really enjoy the colors of it, with great shades chosen and a good order for which way they go. Number 66. The flag of Moldova has a good background tricolor and a nice emblem in the middle, but I do think it's a bit wide. Number 65. Romania is one of my favorite tricolor combinations, which is actually used in a few other flags' backgrounds, but I can think of one way to improve it a bit, and that is to just make every shade a little darker. Number 64. Oh. Well, thank you for that, I guess, Chad. Number 63. The flag of the Marshall Islands is just so unique and interesting, with a really cool design, and my favorite color, orange. I also like the star up here with 1,000,000 points. Number 62. While it may seem simple, I really like the flag of Liechtenstein, especially the crown up in the corner, which was only added when they realized they had the same flag as Haiti in the 1936 Summer Olympics, after which both countries slightly altered their flags. Number 61. The Israel flag is another one where I am not bothered by the white on the border, and the Star of David in the center is perfect for a flag. Number 60. Laos is another simple but good one, where the colors work perfectly together. Number 59. Japan is very simple and iconic. You might be wondering why it's this high, but it's just so satisfying to me and I love it. Number 58. Sri Lanka has a complicated yet somehow organized flag, and all the colors chosen are great. Number 57. Rwanda's flag has very interesting colors and a nice sun in the corner, which I really like. Number 56. The flag of Tunisia is quite similar to Turkey, except both the moon and star are inside a white circle, and I will say I like this one better. Number 55. Iran looks really interesting, with a nice emblem in the middle, and what I think is Arabic text, making a pattern along the border of the white and colors. Number 54. Ecuador is the Colombian flag, but with a really cool looking emblem in the middle, which has so many noticeable details that I can't even explain them all. Number 53. I really like the thick white lines on the flag of Gambia, but other than that, there are some nice color choices. Number 52. I really like the yellow lines on the flag of Tanzania. I think it separates the colors well to make a nice and concise flag. Number 51. As someone who doesn't speak Arabic, I think the text on the flag of Iraq is very satisfying and aesthetically pleasing for a flag. Number 50. We have reached the top 50, and we have Guam. I appreciate the red border around the flag, and while most of the flag is empty, the emblem in the middle is just a nice beachside design. Number 49. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has a simple flag, but I really like the diamond design in the center. Number 48. I really like the yellow bird in the top right corner of the Papua New Guinea flag, and the rest of the flag is really good too. Number 47. Jamaica's flag is really simple, but it's quite nice. It's also the only world flag that doesn't include either red, white, or blue. Number 46. I don't like the country, but I quite like North Korea's flag. It also has those tiny lines that separate colors, which is one of my favorite details in flags. Number 45. The flag of Belgium is, I believe, the highest tricolor with no emblem or anything, and I think it deserves it. It's got good colors and a good order, and it's just all around good. Number 44. The flag of Timor-Leste is quite interesting, as there are multiple triangles with a white star in them. But there is a similar flag, which is even higher. Number 43. Cameroon is a good, simple tricolor with a star in the middle. Not much to say. Number 42. I like how they didn't try to make the emblem bigger than it needed to be on the flag of the Dominican Republic, and I like the corners. Number 41. I really appreciate how the Georgia flag has these curved ends to the crosses. It adds so much to the overall flag. Number 40. The Nepal flag is unique and amazing in so many different ways. First of all, it's the only flag that's not a square or a rectangle, and also the only one with 5 sides. But it is the nice flag. It is just a nice flag in general, as the blue border is nice, and the white shapes add quite a bit of spacing. Number 39. Mozambique has the white lines, which I like quite a bit, but also the general colors are pretty good. Also Ghana, number 38. Aruba's flag is just nice. The yellow lines at the bottom are good, and I like that the red star is outlined. Number 37. Guyana's flag is just really cool. It's got a similar thing going on to Timor-Leste with the 2 overlapping triangles, but I like that these ones are outlined, and I think the colors are a bit better. Number 36. The Wales flag is the highest of the UK nations because cool dragon look awesome. Really though, it's a cool looking dragon. Number 35. I believe I like the Portugal flag more than most because the emblem on it is just perfect for a flag. Number 34. Burkina Faso has an extremely simple flag, but every piece of it just works well together. Number 33. On the Namibia flag, the sun is just so perfect and satisfying, and the main part of the flag is quite good as well. Number 32. I quite like the Argentina flag, because it has the sun which I think works well on flags, like in Uruguay. Number 31. Andorra has a pretty cool flag, and I think the frame of the thing in the center looks quite good. Number 30. The flag of Kosovo is quite interesting in my opinion, because it has the shape on it, and also the stars at the top make the flag just feel a little less empty. Number 29. Zimbabwe has a lot of stripes, but they're kind of mirrored, and I think that adds a lot to the flag. Also, the black strip along the triangle is nice. Number 28. I understand that most of the Mongolia flag is kind of empty, but the symbols on the left are so good and satisfying that I made an exception. The fire on the top is incredible too. Number 27. I like how you can tell exactly what the Kiribati flag is supposed to be. An ocean, the sun, and a bird. And it all looks good together. Number 26. I really like the circle of stars on the Cabo Verde flag. And the lines are pretty good too. Number 25. Top 25! We are starting off these with Antarctica. Where of its two flags, I've chosen this one because it looks so much more flag-like. It's also a pretty unique design. The only similar thing I can think of is Greenland. Number 24. I really like this emblem on the left of the Vanuatu flag, and it also gives me South Africa vibes a little bit. I also like how the border of the line is just as big as the line. Number 23. The St. Kitts and Nevis flag is quite simple, but really nice with good colors. Number 22. My favorite part on the Kenya flag is the spears are outlined. That tiny thin black line makes the emblem pop out quite a bit. I also appreciate the black parts of the shield perfectly aligning with the flag in the background. Number 21. When I first started this video, I never thought I would rank India's flag this high, yet the symbol in the middle has so many details and the colors of the tricolor are so nice and relaxing on the eyes. Number 20. Saudi Arabia's flag is so simple and, like Afghanistan's, has Arabic text, which I don't understand but I think looks cool. This one, however, is much better than Afghanistan because, for one, there's actual color, and two, the sword makes it seem like there's a lot going on. Number 19. We got the Xbox logo flag, Kyrgyzstan. Aside from the jokes about it, it actually is a pretty cool flag, and has so many concise, intricate details. Number 18. Tokelau's flag has some really nice curves to it that are incredibly satisfying. Number 17. The flag of Hong Kong is just one of the most satisfying, calming, peaceful, and nice flags of all time, with so much amazing visual symmetry. Number 16. Grenada's flag has so many simple, yet great elements to it. You've got the perfectly sized border, which isn't even empty itself, and you've got this flower over here, which disrupts perfect symmetry, yet adds so much. Number 15. Building Mexico's flag in Minecraft has given me a newfound love for this flag, specifically the emblem, which I'll zoom in on here. There's so many perfect, satisfying, intricate details that I can't get into all of them. But my only gripe is that it's not more visible, as when you actually look at the flag, it's a little hard to see all the details. Number 14. Barbados' flag is simple, yet the curvature of literally everything to do with the trident is magnificent. And I absolutely love the slight hooks which create so much perfection. Number 13. I don't think this flag is like the best flag of all time, like I know a lot of people do, but I still think it's very good. And that is the Seychelles flag, which has possibly the most unique design of any flag, and it's just really, really cool. Number 12. The flag of the Central African Republic is very simple, with only 5 colors, but it uses them perfectly, and the star in the corner is the cherry on top. Number 11. Next up, we have the flag of Albania, which has this cool dragon creature thing and is just really amazing. Number 10. We reached the top 10 with South Africa. This flag manages to use so many colors while also not looking overly busy. It's so good. Number 9. With South Korea, the black lines are just perfect with each section being different, but the circle in the middle is incredible and so satisfying. Number 8. The Cyprus flag is similar to Kosovo, with the country shape being on the flag, but this one is much better in my opinion because 1. The color of the country contrasts better with the background, and 2. The very satisfying olive branches at the bottom. Number 7. Antigua and Barbuda has got an interesting flag. in that you can tell exactly what this setting is supposed to be. Red mountains in the foreground, then a white sand beach, the water, and the sun. And all these interesting shapes work very well together to create an amazing flag. Number 6. We now reach the highest territory flag on this list, which is Macau. I think this is very well deserved because the flag is awesome. First, the background green is really nice, but also in the foreground area are what I think are supposed to be water ripples, which I really like because they aren't evenly spaced. The lotus in the middle is also incredible. Number 5. Top 5! In 5th place, we have my home country, Canada. Now, I know you're probably thinking this is biased, which it isn't. I mean, probably is a little bit, but I do genuinely think this is a really good flag because the maple leaf is just so well made and intricate with very geometric lines and even the curved interiors, and it's just amazing all the way around. Number 4. In 4th place, we have a really interesting pick, Angola. I chose this because not only do the colors all bounce off each other really well, but the emblem has 3 different elements which work together perfectly. The star, the gear thingy, and the machete. Number 3. In 3rd place, we have, I think, one of the most well-liked flags, St. Lucia. And it's easy to see why, with great color choices and a triangle design that overlaps the border of the other one. It's just really cool. Number 2. In 2nd place, we have what I thought would be my 1st place pick, but I changed my mind during production. Kazakhstan. I'm a huge fan of the cyan blue as a background, the sun is a great addition, and the design at the left is very detailed and intricate. But what I like most about this flag is the bird, consisting of only 4 pieces, and it somehow looks incredible with just those 4. Number 1. If you've been paying attention, you know exactly what I have here. In 1st place is Brazil! Firstly, I want to rant about how much dislike I've seen for the Brazilian flag. After I first finished the ranking, I searched up the world flag rankings to see if people agreed. And they did not. It was getting mostly B's and C's. I could not disagree more. First of all, the 4 colors are perfectly chosen shades, and I also really like the choice to have the yellow be a diamond. Then there are the stars, which at first I thought were random, but then I noticed this formation here, which is also in Australia and Papua New Guinea, and a whole bunch of other flags, which probably means all the stars are placed intentionally. Finally, the banner saying Ordem e Progresso is well placed in relation to the rest of the flag. All in all, best world flag in my opinion. So yeah, that's my opinion on how world flags should be ranked. I know you might disagree with me partially or completely, so why not comment? Bring more engagement to the video. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.